Now, I listened to the little green teas crying coldly, and I knew why she appeared in front of me. He broke up with her just today. Congratulations! Haha! Ridiculous! She interfered with my one-year relationship with Zhang Ke. And before I found out, Zhang Ke took advantage of the situation and kicked me out, saying that she was more considerate than me. I think she was more considerate, bastard. Moreover, it was less than a month, and after the breakup, the rival came to me for charity. What's going on? Absurd. I was tired of her crying and was ready to leave her. Who knew that she was taller and stronger than me, and she gently held my hand, but I couldn't get rid of her. Miss, please make it clear. It was because of you that I was kicked out a while ago. Now you treat me like the Red Cross. Hiss, I'm not that kind. I looked at her expressionlessly. She was still crying, but what brand of foundation did she use? She didn't smudge her makeup after crying for so long. Sister, I really didn't know he had a girlfriend when I was with him. If I knew you existed, I wouldn't hurt you. He is a scumbag who cheated on me and you. Looking at her sincere eyes, my heart was shaken. Zhang Ke and I broke up too quickly. I don't know who hooked up with whom at the beginning, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we broke up. Sister, I came to this city for him. I don't know anyone. I dare not tell my parents. I have run out of money and can't stay in a hotel. Woohoo! Sister, you are the best. Just take me in for one night. She cried and didn't forget to flatter me. Really green tea. But her words really moved me. She was a girl, all alone, wandering the streets in the middle of the night. It was too dangerous. Sister, I'll stay for one night. Really, one night. I'll sleep on the sofa. I don't snore. I can cook. I'll clean for you. She gave me a beautiful smile after the rain. I'm a face lover. I'm guilty. Green tea is tea, but it's also fragrant. I brought a green tea who was green with me into my home. One day, many years later, when I was out of breath, I wanted to travel back to the day when I took her home and blow my head off. I was really dizzy. Take her home. I opened the door, and she immediately squeezed in, looking at my room very familiarly, observing it. Sister, is this your own house or rented? I poured a glass of water, took a sip, and then began to say, I bought it myself. She was shocked and opened her eyes wide and approached me and looked at me with a very flattering look. Sister, you are great. My dream is to have a small house of my own. Sister, drink some water. She poured me a glass of water. I was not thirsty after drinking it, but seeing her expectant look, I still drank it. Sister, sit down. She pulled me to sit on the sofa. Sister, you must be tired. Let me massage your shoulders. After saying that, she was about to start. Stop, stop, stop. I really couldn't stand her servility, so I interrupted her. You don't have to be so attentive. I can't stand it. Even if I see a stranger who is homeless, I will provide help, so you don't have to feel pressured. You pack your things, make do for one night, and leave tomorrow. She didn't get angry when she heard it, but laughed even happier. I know that sister is the best, beautiful, and kind. To repay sister, I will cook delicious food for sister. Before I could stop her, she took the eggs from the refrigerator to the kitchen. I put down my Kang hand and gave up. It happened that I was hungry too, so let her go. I'd better go take a shower. After I finished taking a shower, I realized that I forgot to take clothes, so I just wrapped them in a bath towel, opened the door, and walked out. I didn't expect that she had already prepared the meal and was sitting at the table waiting. When she saw me coming out, her smiling face suddenly froze, and then quickly blushed, and her ears also took on a faint pink. After reacting, her head suddenly lowered. "Sister, why don't you get dressed?" I thought her reaction was quite interesting, but now I feel a little hypocritical when I hear her say that. We are all girls. What are we afraid of? Besides, I'm not running naked. I have what you have, too. I just forgot to take my clothes. I'm going to change into my pajamas now. I opened the bedroom door and heard her mutter, "You don't have what I have." I looked back at her and saw her well-proportioned breasts. Tisk, what are you showing off? What's so great about that? I'll have it too if I eat more papaya. I closed the door and changed clothes with a bang. When I came out, she was still waiting for me to eat. She hadn't started yet, which was good enough. She was a little polite. I sat down to eat, and she also sorted out her expression and started eating. Unexpectedly, her cooking was super delicious, really delicious. I'm used to takeout, but now I'm eating such home-cooked meals. I'm suddenly moved and even have the beautiful illusion of 3 meals a day for 2 people and 4 seasons. I shook my head, dumped all these messy thoughts, and continued to taste Xiaolucha's cooking. Sister, I practiced for a long time to learn how to cook well. I often cut my hands with a knife. I raised my eyebrows. It's so hard. Why do you still learn? To make the person I like eat the food I cook and feel happy. She stared at me as she said that. Why are you looking at me? Oh, it turned out to be for the scumbag. What a pity. He doesn't deserve it. I comforted her. It's okay. The old doesn't go. The new doesn't come. The food you cook is delicious. I actually comforted my rival who cheated on me to look at it more openly. What the hell is this? After I said that, she was really happy, and then she ate 3 bowls of rice. Looking at her thin waist, I admit that I was jealous. No matter how much she eats, she won't get fat. This is another reason for me to hate her. 2. This green tea is very capable. After dinner, I sat on the sofa and watched TV while the little green tea was busy cleaning for me. The TV was boring, but the green tea was very pleasing to the eye. I have to say that John K., this bastard, is really lucky. I have an ex-girlfriend who takes care of his food, drink, and defecation. I never let him spend much money. My ex-girlfriend, the little green tea, didn't have much money, but she was beautiful and had a good figure. She was curvy, had a baby face, big breasts, a thin waist, and long legs. These words are not exaggerated to describe her. Just watching her wiping the table with a rag is a kind of enjoyment. I looked at her hips and suddenly woke up. Damn, what am I thinking about her? Not long ago, I was heartbroken because of them. Although I didn't die completely, I stopped observing her secretly and continued to focus on the boring palace drama. I fell asleep while watching. The palace fighting dramas nowadays are all the same. The IQ of the protagonists and supporting characters is no more than 50, which makes people uninterested. When I woke up, it was already 2 o'clock in the middle of the night. I sat up and found that I was covered with a blanket, and Shalvuoka was sleeping soundly beside me. I stood up and covered her with a blanket. Just as I was about to go back to the room to sleep, I found that she had not removed her makeup. Was she too tired? My heart softened. Although she had done something wrong to me, it was all in the past. She was just a little girl who tried to please me so that she would not end up on the street. That's all. Human joys and sorrows are not the same. Everyone has their own sufferings. I took the makeup remover cotton and makeup remover water from the bathroom. As soon as I put the makeup remover cotton on her face, she woke up suddenly. Her eyes were clear and sharp, like a knife stabbing straight at me. My breathing stagnated, and I was startled by her wolf-like eyes. If I didn't know that she was such a mother, I would have doubted that such a look was not what a girl should have. What had she been through that made her stay alert even in her sleep? After she saw me clearly, the suffocating atmosphere disappeared without a trace. She smiled at me in a daze, like an angel who had fallen into the mortal world. It's my sister. I'm a little tired and want to rest, but my sister was sleeping on the sofa. I didn't dare to go into my sister's room, so I fell asleep next to her. And my sister smells so good. It's so comfortable to sleep with her smell. I couldn't resist her sweet talk after all. After handing her the makeup remover and cotton pads, I said, "Come to my room and sleep together after removing your makeup. The sofa is not comfortable, and the other room is too messy." After I said that, she was stunned for a moment, as if she was confused by this huge surprise. I laughed secretly in my heart. Green tea is not only fragrant, but also quite cute. Then her next words made me sulky for a long time. "Sister, I'd better sleep on the sofa. Although I also want to sleep with you, my sleeping posture is too bad. I'm afraid of disturbing your rest." After saying that, she took my hand and shook my fingers. Green tea is not only tea, she is also hypocritical. But because of my image, I still didn't say anything, just nodded coldly. Then I closed the door and went to sleep with a bang. Who wants to sleep with you? I even dislike your smell of green tea. I fell asleep with all kinds of thoughts in my mind, but I got up late the next day. I was in a panic and took the key to go out, but was grabbed by the arm by the little green tea. I was a little unhappy. Why? Can't you see that I'm going to be late? The little green tea's face, which was originally full of smiles, suddenly collapsed. I just handed breakfast to my sister. Don't forget to eat. The face with delicate makeup was full of grievances. My anger was extinguished at once, and my apology became dry. Sorry, I didn't know. Anyway, thank you. Little green tea waved her hand quickly. It's okay. It's okay, sister. You should go to work quickly," she said with a full of energy smile. At that moment, I seemed to see camellias blooming behind her, and the fragrance of flowers was intoxicating. I nodded and then rushed to the company at the highest speed, completing the clocking in at the last second. I breathed a sigh of relief and started my work this morning. Before I got into the state, I noticed the breakfast prepared by Little Green Tea that I casually threw on the table. I opened the paper bag and found that it was homemade toast and a cup of hot red date milk. Before I started, the fat man at the next workstation was attracted. Wow, is the air filled with the smell of love? Yes, he didn't know that I had broken up with John K. I nudged him with my arm. Go to hell. My sister prepared it for me. The fat man was even more excited. I don't believe it unless you let me see your sister with my own eyes. I smiled and kicked his stool and kicked him back to his original position. After eating and drinking, I couldn't help but sigh that beautiful women are really the most foul. Even the food they cook can make people full of fighting spirit. After a busy morning, I was about to go out for food with the fat man, and I received a call from the company's front desk. "Sister Lee, a lady is looking for you, saying that she is your sister." My sister? I reacted for a while. No way! Not the sister I thought of, right? I quickly took the elevator to the first floor, and sure enough, I saw my sister at the front desk. Little Green Tea.